So in today's video, we're going to follow Mark. Now, if you're a regular on our channel, you'll know Mark Taylor, our regular skipper, I should say. And in today's video, Mark has, how many boats we're going to move today, Mark?
Four, hopefully.
So keep watching, 4 very different boats. We're going to start with this boat behind us, which is the Four Winds. Now, this boat is for sale on our website. There is a full walkthrough video for this boat, which I'm going to point up here. Nathan's going to put a link to it. But Nathan and Mark are going to jump on this boat and take it from Torquay, and we're going to show on a map round to Dartmouth, where she's going to be lifted out for the winter. And then we've got some other boats to move in the Dart and bring one back from Brixham to Torquay, and all sorts of things going on.
Yeah, Galmpton, drop off back to Brixham, one up the river as well before we get to Dar Haven.
And the reason Mark's so busy today is the weather's been so windy lately that we've been struggling to actually get boats moved. So Mark's got a busy day ahead, and we're going to follow him and give him a hand, and we think you might find this interesting. And some of the boats that he's moving are for sale with us, as for example this Four Winds. Yep. So I'm going to jump in the car, meet these guys around at Dar Haven, and leave you to it, and you can give the viewers a bit of an explanation, Mark, can't you?
I'll do my best, explain what I'm doing, and we might even see some dolphins today.
Dolphins, gosh, dolphins, there's a promise if I've ever had one. So keep watching, let's go. If you've watched the video for this boat, or going to watch the video, she's actually got joystick, so she's super easy to manoeuvre. She's twin engine, petrol engines, and we've got all the covers on because it's pretty chilly today. So we're going to leave all the covers on, they'll just motor around there. But she's got joysticks, you can see how easy Mark's taken the boat out of the berth. There's no wind today really, so he's got no excuse. But yeah, can be very controlled with this boat. It's a really nice bit of kit, so much room in that cockpit, and that's what we really said in the video, is that if you're looking for a fun day boat, it's maintained by Zenith Marines, it's maintained to a very high standard, and that's who's looking after it in the winter. So I'm just going to run around now and give Nathan the camera back. See, the tide's fairly low, but there's not much wind forecast today, so what we'll do now, we should find the boat now coming back round the side of this Tarquin. See the reflection in the water. So what I'll do now is I'll pass the GoPro back to Nathan. Like I say, I'll follow in the car and meet him over there, and go from there.
Okay, so we're just leaving Torquay Marina, heading to Dar Haven Marina, which is about a mile up the River Dart. So from here to the entrance is about 10 miles. So on a nice day, I've given myself half an hour to get to the entrance, and another 50 minutes to get up there. So it's a 45-minute trip, really. So literally come out the entrance here, and then we take a slight left and head straight towards Bury Head, which is about 4 miles from here. It's a beeline for there. It's a very steep, shelving headland, so I can take it reasonably close. Always tend to give a bit of space just so I can see traffic. There's a lot of crab pots around there as well we have to be aware of. And from there's an island we head for called East Blackstone, which is a good sort of marker to keep a good course. Once we get round there, we'll start to see the cardinal markers which guide us round another little island called the Mewstone into the mouth of the Dart. So we'll come back and I can show some points along the way. Right, we're just approaching Bury Head here, as you can see. I've taken it about 100 metres off. It's quite calm, it's got an offshore breeze, so it's quite comfortable. What I'm going to watch here is the crab pots. They come in all shapes and sizes, and they can be a bit tricky to spot sometimes, depending on the sun, tide and wave height. So I've got Nathan with me, so both of us got 2 pairs of eyes to have a look. On the plotter here, obviously it's a standard run for me, but it's always good practice to keep the plotter on, see where I am. And the most important to me in some ways is the engine situation. So I know what revs I'm doing, the speed, and I press here, expand that page. It tells me the temperatures, is probably the most important thing I've got to look at today. This boat is due for a service, and it's a bit weeded up underneath, so obviously I don't want to run it too hard. So we're coming around Bury Head now. We've got an island here called Cod Rock. We go on the outside of that. There's a lot of little rocks in between there and the mainland, so we keep to the left. But in the distance, I think Dave can pick out, there's a little island called the Mewstone. The East Blackstone. We aim for that. It's about 3.5 miles from here. That's my aiming point. That keeps me in safe water on the way to the entrance of the River Dart. Okay, so we're just approaching the East Blackstone on the left there, and we've got the Mewstone on the right. So 2 islands. On a day like today, quite happy to go between the two. There's a bit of an easterly, we get a lot of refraction off the headland here. I'd go wide. In the distance, we can make out Start Point, about 9 miles from here, and around which you can get to Salcombe. And if you can see, just between the 2 islands, there's a marker, that's a south cardinal marker, so even when I go between the two islands, I will go to the south, to the left of that marker. We're going into a bit of a southwesterly chop, so I've got the legs down and a little bit of trim on, keep the boat nice and steady because we're on twin petrels here, so it's a light boat and it's very stable now. We're doing 22 knots, nice and easy, it's well within the parameters of the boat at this with the revs it's doing now. So yeah, all's good, temperatures are good, so making some good steady progress. Okay, so just going past the first south cardinal mark, which has stopped people going inside that island there. If you just look up on the hill there, you can see a day mark. That's to mark out where the entrance to the River Dart is when you're far out to sea. Ahead of us now is another south cardinal. So basically I'm going to go around both and keep curving round to the right past that cardinal, and there's a white house up on the hill, old Coast Guard cottages. I go round and underneath those Coast Guard cottages will be the green starboard mark for the entrance to the Dart, which you can just see there. We've got traffic ahead of us. Everybody uses these cardinals to go to and from Torquay, so hopefully he has given me some room and pass it on my port side, so that's great. So once I get past this last cardinal, I'm looking for the green buoy, which is just underneath the white house. You might be able to pick it up on the camera, so I head for that. And once I get there, I will decrease speed. The speed limit from there is 6 knots in the summer. There is no limit this time of year, but it's just good practice to keep everything gentle. You don't know who's paddling around here or swimming off the beaches. So yeah, nearly there. You can see the River Dart, you can see Dartmouth just over there. So yeah, a good 10-15 minutes to go, we should be tied up. Right, I've just come into the entrance of the River Dart. The castle's behind, well, just to the port side there, so definitely 6 knots from here in the winter. If you look directly ahead, what a nice little sort of navigational observation is, there's a sector light, looks like a little lighthouse just to the right of the bow, and you can see a flashing white light on it, hopefully. That just guides us into the river. If you're too far to the right, you'll see green, too far to the left, you'll see a red. And as you go past it to continue up the river, on the rocks behind us, there's a white light, which you will have on your stern, and there's a pink house, which is over there on the water's edge. You can see a flashing red light. When that goes white, we head upriver. So at night, if you've never been here before, it's quite a useful tool to use. It's shown on your chart anyway, so then you can see between the two how to get up the river on a murky, dark evening. But in all honesty, it's very deep, it's very easy. All the boats that are on the moorings here have been taken off to protect them from the winter storms, and they've been put further up the river. So it's quite an open area now. So we're literally about 5 minutes from parking up at Dar Haven, so we'll get in touch with you then. Okay, so we're in Dar Haven, all tied up. It's going to get lifted today. We're a bit sparse on fenders, but I'll let the guys know, and if they need to put an extra one in, if they don't lift it soon, then they will. I've used the joystick. It's on out drives, but it's got a joystick, which is an additional extra. I'm not proud. And you know, at the end of the day, if it's there to be used, I'll use it. So I use it to come in here, which made life easier for Nathan and just made me hold the boat off a little bit because of the fender situation, and easier to tie up. Water's slack at the moment, and the breeze is actually pushing me on, so it's actually very easy. It's a nice big space. So on to the next boat.
I've rejoined with the A-team. Mark and Nathan, as you can see in the video, got here safely. We're now at Dar Haven, and we are going to move. This isn't a boat that's for sale with us, and I've never been on one of these before.
It's just been out for its annual maintenance at Dar Haven by Zenith.
Yeah.
From NOS, and so it's just had its engines checked by Dar Haven engineers, Volvo guys, and it's anti-foul polish, etc, etc. So it's just got to go back up to its berth. Literally 300 metres up the river, 400 metres up the river to Dart Marina. Easy one. Well, they say that.
It's a bit windier now, I have to say. Yeah. So we'll wander down. Love Dar Haven. It's a lovely marina. We've dealt with them for years, and we're so lucky to have so many different marinas on the Dart that we have great relationships with the guys at NOS, obviously, here at Dar Haven and at Dart Marina. As Mark said, this boat's been prepped and anti-fouled by the team at Zenith. Now, we currently share an office at NOS with Zenith, so they've featured a bit before on the channel. And yeah, we'll go and get this boat moved. So we'll speed this bit up because you don't want to watch us walking all the way down the pontoon, and then we'll go and get on and get it moved. This is the boat we're going to move. We're just getting it ready. It's not a boat we've got for sale, so it's a client's boat and Mark's moving, so we'll be discreet, but we're just going to move her. She's IPS, really smart looking bit of kit, so we're going to move her from Dar Haven. We'll try and drop on a map now in the video, Nathan, if we can do that, from Dar Haven over to Dartmouth Marina. It's quite a small marina, Dartmouth Marina. We'll try and get the drone in the air and we'll just hover over whilst we're going over, and I'll jump up on the flybridge with Mark and show you what he's up to. We've got the drone in the air, so hopefully you can see it's actually moving up the Dart. It's pretty chilly over here, so we're driving from the lower helm, and you can see through that vertical windscreen there, we've got fantastic visibility through there. Very bright, crisp winter's day out there ahead of us. And then this is IPS, so we can got the IPS joystick here. We've done lots of our IPS in the past, and we've got the plot of it flickering. It's not flickering in real life, just on the camera. So yeah, we're going to venture up here. The Dartmouth Marina is just over on the port side up here. We've got the hire ferry to usually worry about, but it's out of action at the moment, so we don't have to worry about that. They're servicing it. So we'll head up towards the berth, and we'll put some music overlay now with Nathan on the drone, and we'll see you in a second. Just like that, we're over at Dartmouth Marina. Hopefully that's quite interesting, seeing the boat coming into the berth and just how controllable, as we always say, IPS, so controllable. You really can be very accurate with it. No tide running today, so you can just see there's no tide running at all at the moment. So yeah, we'll get the boat tied up safely, pack it down, make sure the shore power's on, and it's always difficult, as Mark will probably agree, to when you're putting a client's boat back on the berth, you never quite know exactly how they keep it. So we'll tie it up safely, and then they can always adjust it when they come back down. So we'll get on and get this done. So Mark, we're now on a boat and you're not driving. What's going on?
I know, it's shocking behaviour. I don't know what's going on. I think I've been sacked.
Yeah.
It's probably better than me anyway.
A great job.
Yeah, he's probably really good.
So we have walked up from Dartmouth Marina. We've walked through this lovely town of Dartmouth. If you're local, you're going to know what Dartmouth's like. Beautiful town. It's really quiet this time of year. We might have picked up a sneaky pasty. So we've had a quick pasty, and then we're refueled, and we're going to head over to Dar Haven, where my car is, and we're going to jump in the car and we're going to head over to Brixham, where we're going to go and pick up another boat which has just hit the market with us, a Sealine S28, and we're going to move that from Brixham over to Torquay. So what have we driven in more small events? Have a recap. So we've driven the Four Winds, which is in outdrive twin petrol. We've driven the Karachi,
Fancy in shaft drive, no,
pod drive.
IPS.
We're going to go to the S28 now and pick up the S28, which is a outdrive boat, diesels. I haven't been on it myself, and Nathan's done the photos, and he said it's actually in really nice condition. So we're looking forward to moving that one. And then later on, we're coming to get to an 895. Is it an 895?
I think so, yeah.
Mary Fisher?
Hey Fisher.
Outboard. 895. You said it, 895.
895.
Twin engine outboard.
Yeah.
But we're going to take that back to Brixham. So we've still got quite a bit to do yet this afternoon. So hopefully the sun stays out. We'll keep going. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'm sure this is going to be a very interesting video for you. This really is a whistle-stop tour of our area, because we're now in Brixham. So we jumped in the car, as we mentioned, we've come over the top of the hill, landed in Brixham, nice and sunny, and behind us is one of our latest listings. So this is a boat we can actively talk about on the on this video. She's a Sealine S28. She is available, like I say, for sale. We are going to do a full walkthrough video of this boat today as well, whilst we're moving us to Torquay. So that'll be another video to hit the channel very soon. But these were once a very, very popular boat. So in the day, this really had the Sealine S28 and you had the Sealine S34, and they were extremely popular because they ticked a lot of boxes for people. The S28 hasn't got a separate forward cabin. It's got a U-sofa seating section, but a separate aft cabin. And yeah, they were just really, really clever design and very, very popular. And we've already had a couple of inquiries on this boat, even without the video. So Mark's just doing some checks on the engines, checks on the systems, and then we'll fire up and we'll head across the bay. It's only a short trip back over there. Put her in Torquay, and then we've got to get back in the car and go back to Galmpton to get another boat. So lots to come yet, and it's all going well so far. So let's hope it does carry on like that. We're going to get the drone in the sky in a minute, but we're now heading out of Brixham Marina. So I'll sit next to Mark on this twin co-pilot seat here. This boat has got the Volvo Pentas in. Like I say, we're going to do a full walkthrough shortly. A couple of bits updated. We've got an updated plotter on here. We've got the Ray Moon ST60s there and a bow thruster. So yeah, she's certainly not in bad condition, and we'll, like I say, the full walkthrough, we'll go and have a look down below. But from what I've seen so far, she shows very nicely. Brixham's pretty straightforward to get out of. You've got the marina here. There's the fuel berth just behind that, Merry Fisher there, jet skis, and then you've got the town pontoon and also the events pontoon, which is the marina pontoon. So it's a really nice place to visit if you're in the area. It's a really easy place to come and sort of pop in in the summer and visit, because you can go onto that really long pontoon that's over there and just go and grab a beer or some chips or a coffee, whatever you want to do. And over here we've got some seals. So let me just come out the back of the boat. We seem to have more. I don't ever remember there being seals like this before, but now at the moment we seem to have seals everywhere. So I can count over there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seals, 10 seals, all just sat there on what they call the wave screen, just soaking up the sun. All right, lads and lasses. So they're looking at me in disgust that I'm filming them. But yeah, hopefully on the GoPro you can see them. There's another one over there out on solitary confinement on that section. But yeah, there was a couple in Torquay yesterday when we were filming, and they are more and more around at the moment, that's for sure. So you can see here we've got the fish quay behind us on the port side there. I think, if I'm right in saying, it's the highest revenue generating fishing sort of terminal in the UK, because it's a lot of it's expensive fish, shellfish etc. caught there. So yeah, that's what we've got there. So coming back into the cockpit now, you can just see we're exiting Brixham. It's a really easy sort of harbour to get in and out, to be honest. And you can see there on the plotter, we're just heading out. You can see some of the previous tracks. And Torquay is just out, almost directly ahead, but slightly to starboard. So it's a really straight, easy run. We'll cut the video for a minute. We'll get some running shots, like I say, as we approach Torquay. We'll get the drone in the sky. And yeah, what do you reckon, Mark?
Yeah, nice example.
Doing a few of these over the years, haven't you?
I used to teach on these back in the day.
Used to teach.
When Sealine was based down here, yeah. It's one of the bread and butter boats. Really good.
Hopefully you can still remember how to do it. So let's head towards Torquay and see you in a sec. So I mentioned a minute ago when we started the intro video that we're going to do a bit of a sea trial on this boat, because we're moving her today. And I just wanted to check in with you. It's a bit windy today. We've got the wind on our bow. We're cruising along here at sort of 2,700 RPM, 17 knots, very comfortable. The engines sound pretty sweet, temperatures are good, pressures are good, both engines are charging. So I think sometimes with these boats, often you say it feels right. She's certainly going fine at the moment. She seems like she's going well. And yeah, we'll carry on. We'll leave you a bit of drone photography as we enter the marina, and then we'll do a full tour of the interior. So keep watching. Right, I keep saying right in these videos. We're back in Torquay. We've just put the S28 on a nice, easy berth, easy for Mark anyway. Bit breezy on the bow, but we've got her in here. We've done a full walkthrough, as I mentioned, for this boat whilst we've been doing the vlog today, and that will be hitting the channel very soon, probably after this video. I don't know, it's up to you, Nathan. But we're just packing the boat away. It's always important, I think, on this show what we've done here. We always like to just try, as I mentioned, just to tie the lines up. There's no perfect way of doing it, but we've done this in such a way that we feel it's safe. She's got a good stern line on here. The most important situation here is she can't come backwards. So we've got 2 decent spring lines on. We've got a spring here, as you'll see, and then we've got another spring line here. So the boat physically, unless those ropes snap, which is very unlikely, can't go backwards. And that's the danger point here, is her running back into the pontoon. But she looks well on that berth. I think this boat will sell. I think the walkthrough video will look good. And yeah, I think she'll sell. So now we've got to go back to Galmpton, Mark. It's Galmpton. So Galmpton is another boatyard you haven't seen us. If I pass it back to Nathan, set. Galmpton's another boatyard which we haven't been to yet today. It's back on the River Dart. It's a small village, very quaint little village. So we'll head back over there now in Mark's vehicle this time to go and get an 895 to go back to where?
Brixham.
Brixham.
Where your car is.
Where my car is. And then I'll drop Mark at Galmpton and then we'll go home. So the plan has worked. Look at that.
Yeah,
right, come on in, guys. Let's go. Keep the energy going. Let's go, go, go. Right, we've arrived back at the Dolphin Boatyard, which is back on the Dart, and the tractor has literally just put the boat in, so that's great timing, so we can get straight on the boat and head back to Torquay. So while Mark just speaks to the tractor guys and the berthing guys, I'll just pause for a sec and then we'll go down to the boat. So there she is, Merryfisher 895, again not a boat we've got for sale, just one of Mark's clients, so he's moving the boat back, I believe, for Coast Marine. In fact, here is Mr. Coast Marine, it's Dave, he's smiling away. Always happy. Alex is there as well, just checking the engines before we leave. We've got to obviously be a bit careful of the light today because we're starting to lose the light, so we'll get back pretty pronto. Well, it's pretty quiet on the river, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah, it's nice though. Get a place to ourselves, just enjoy it, relax, really.
Not much going on.
Not much going on. I was tempted to stop at the pub, but thought better of it.
Gonna get dark in a minute. So behind us over there we've got Dittersham. Again on the GoPro lens, you probably can't see it, but great pub over there, got the ferry boat in. So we're passing that, and then we're going to come up towards the anchor stone here, which is just a bit further up by that blue yacht. The tide's in, so you can't see the rock. You've got Agatha Christie's house just up there, tucked up in the trees. And in the summer, this looks fantastic because all these trees are in leaf, and it looks amazing. I think it looks like broccoli as you come up. But yeah, even this time of year, it still looks very, very pretty. And then there's also a steam railway in there, so yeah. It's definitely been a varied day with some varied boats for sure. We're going to head out the Dart now. You've seen Nathan and Mark bring the four winds around this morning, so coming from the other direction. So we're going to now head back towards Brixham, and we'll try and pick up a few interesting bits. It might be a bit more lumpy out there this afternoon because the wind's picked up, so let's see. Hopefully not too bad because the direction should be okay. So yeah, we'll keep going, Mark. And
Yeah, keep going, keep plugging away.
I'll check it in a minute and we'll head out there. There's Dartmouth Castle, so that indicates we're nearly out to sea. Not many people on the river at all, a couple of fishing boats, but not much traffic. But yeah, Dartmouth Castle always looks nice, especially with the tide at this level. Just Mark and I have been commenting on some of the beautiful properties as you leave the Dart. There really are some amazing properties. So some of them actually owned by some of our customers. So yeah, very fortunate, those houses for sure. So we're going to start heading out now to sea, and then we're going to turn to port. We've got 2 cardinal markers ahead of us, and South Cardinals, so we're going to head round those, and then we'll start heading back towards Bury Head. That will be our next sort of waypoint as such. As always, just keep an eye out for lobster pots and any debris in the water. We've had lots of rain the last couple of weeks, so there could every chance you've got logs, barrels, containers, could be anything in the water. So it's always really important just to keep an eye out for any debris in the water. So we will do that with urgency and head round to Bury Head. So keep watching. Mark promised dolphins on the way back apparently, and we have got a pod of dolphins. We're just at Bury Head now, and there's a nice pod of dolphins over there. Actually probably catching their dinner. Well, matter of fact, they're coming round. Not many boats out here. I mean, dolphins are usually either very interested in what we're doing on the boats or not, they just depart. But it looks like they're on a mission going somewhere because they're heading back towards Dartmouth. But there's usually dolphins out here at Bury Head. It's actually quite unusual not to see dolphins out here, which is quite crazy. I think we counted earlier, we saw about 20 seals, which is insane. So it just shows you the fish stocks here must be pretty good at the moment to have this amount of wildlife here. I don't know if you can see those, problem as I always say, trying to catch them, but having a bit of fun over there. And like I say, this is Bury Head here, so this is that waypoint effectively from Dartmouth if you're coming back round east, and then we've got Torquay then. Nice lighting this evening actually, and the sea's calm. It's calmer than it was this morning apparently. So we're going to start heading now round into Brixham, so we're going to hug the coast on that port side, and we'll get the fenders out and the lines out, put the boat back on the berth, and we should make that I think before dark. So let's get going, Mark, shall we?
Yeah.
Before it gets dark.
Before it gets dark.
Before you get scared.
Before I get scared.
Exactly.
Before I hit a pot.
So we'll head back in, and we'll wrap this video up when we get back into Brixham Marina. We were so keen to get back to the marina, get off the boat and get back to the car, we forgot to do, away from the rain, we forgot to do an outro. Now, thankfully today we didn't need any of those orange boats behind us. We've moved, how many boats today? 4. 4 different boats, very different style of boats in different locations. So hopefully it's been an interesting video to watch, day in the life of Mark's life really, and some work for us as well. So don't forget, we've got the Sealine S28 video, full walkthrough, which will go onto the channel very shortly. the Four Winds is obviously also on there. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you've liked it, hit the subscribe button. Let us know what we could do better in the next video and what you'd like to see.
Driving, probably.
More crashes maybe. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.
Cheers.